Tonight's headlines: Lorenzana urges Reds to abandon armed struggle. Magnitude 6.3 quake has no effect on Taal Volcano. Japan eyes priority of senior citizens for COVID vaccine. Coronavirus cases in the country at 467,601. Vaccines with 50% effectiveness, total waste of funds. Good evening. Today is Friday, December 25, 2020. I am Elmer Navarro Manuel and this is Tribune News on Q. Here are the stories for this evening. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana on Friday urged communist rebels to abandon the armed struggle and instead work with the national government if they are really after the welfare of fellow Filipinos. Lorenzana claimed that in the more than 50 years of the CPP's existence, it had not come close to achieving its aim of supplanting a democratic government with a communist one. He said that the CPP's armed wing, which founder Jose Maria Sison established to wage an armed struggle to overthrow the government, was a total failure. Lorenzana also encouraged Filipinos to continue denouncing the communist group and its activities. The CPP was set to hold activities to mark its 52nd anniversary despite attacks coming from security forces. The Philippine government and the communist group decided not to declare a holiday ceasefire this year. FIVOX Director Renato Solidum announced that the magnitude 6.3 earthquake that struck Calatagan, Batangas on Friday morning would not affect Taal Volcano. Solidum said that the quake was tectonic in origin and had a depth of focus of 74 kilometers. It was felt in Metro Manila and nearby provinces of Bulacan and Bataan. He added that there was no threat of a tsunami from the quake because of its depth, adding that the quake would not cause extensive damage. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council reported that 3 houses in Lubang, Occidental Mindoro were partially damaged by the quake. No casualties were reported according to the NDRRMC. A Japanese Health Ministry panel on Friday said that people aged 65 or older should get priority for vaccination against COVID-19 as the government sets guidelines that will also prioritize frontline healthcare workers and those with medical conditions. The panel also specified chronic heart disease, chronic respiratory disease, and chronic kidney disease, among others, as underlying conditions that should determine priority for the vaccine. The recommendations would include 36 million elderly people and 8.2 million people with medical conditions in the first group to receive vaccine shots. Another government panel this week recommended that priority be given to frontline medical professionals and workers at elderly care facilities, while the elderly and those with underlying health conditions should also receive priority. Japan, with a population of 126 million, has agreements to buy 290 million vaccine doses from Pfizer Incorporated, AstraZeneca plc, and Moderna Incorporated, or enough for 145 million people. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
Fiber is the free and secure way to connect with friends and family, anywhere. Send messages and make phone and video calls for free. Download Fiber now.
The Department of Health reported 1,885 confirmed coronavirus disease cases on Friday, to bring the total number of infected in the country to 467,601, even as 15 laboratories failed to submit data on time. Quezon City recorded the highest number of new cases at 130, followed by Bulacan with 122, Davao City with 99, Rizal with 78, and Leyte with 63. The number of recoveries, on the other hand, rose to 430,791 after 307 patients recovered from the respiratory disease. The death toll is now at 9,062 with 7 fatalities recorded. There are also 27,748 active cases undergoing treatment or quarantine. Earlier, an expert from the OCTA research group said the holiday surge in infections would become more evident in the first 2 weeks of January next year due to the incubation period of the virus, which could take up to 14 days. And Senate Majority Leader Juan Miguel Zubiri said Friday that vaccines against COVID-19 that have only a 50% efficacy rate will be a total waste of public funds. The senator appealed to the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases to look at vaccines that have a high efficacy rate instead of considering political or geopolitical reasons. The senator noted that safety, efficacy, pricing, and ease of distribution and implementation are all factors to consider in providing Filipinos a vaccine that would protect them against COVID-19. He added manufacturers like Pfizer and AstraZeneca have higher efficacy rates and different cold storage requirements. Zubiri said the Senate will closely monitor the government's vaccine purchase deals and will hear rollout plans starting the first week of January. That wraps up the stories tonight. Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph, and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, TribuneNow. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune Digital Edition and Press Reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store or Google Play to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarsito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just visit the sticker store on Viber and search for Katribu. Before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store and the Araneta City for their continued support. Again, this is Elmer Navarro Manuel, and you're watching Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good night, and God bless us all.
Magsha-shopping na lang ako!
Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Hello, can I get the following? One pink chair, bed sheets, na pink yung sofa, tapos slides, size 8, pajamas na blue. Oh, don't forget ang...
Hashtag 143SM. Call to deliver.
Wait lang, okay ba yan?
Anything at the SM store, ma'am.
Call to deliver.
Kuya, pwede rin ba ako magpa-deliver sa ate ko sa Taguig, tapos sa friend ko sa Davao, tsaka sa, fiancé ko sa Lipa? Okay ba yan?
Kahit saan po, pwede kami
Call
mag-deliver.
to deliver. Call #143SM. Call to deliver. #143SM. Call to deliver. Call #143SM. #143SM. Call to deliver.
Call na rin kayo.
Call to deliver.
Araneta City, home to the country's first indoor shopping mall, the world's original Thrilla, and the first ever Bini Bini pageant. Now a place for your first win, your first catch, your first home, your first big break, your first date, and even your first love. Araneta City, the city of first.
This is a very important story. The important story.
Pictures and stories.
Today, we feel the weight of history on our shoulders. The way we have been moving leads nowhere. We need to change course.
Since the United Nations was founded, the human race has never had to face a set of challenges like we do right now. But together, we can overcome them.
Manong Joe po,
At Ate Maita,
may good news uli ang Meralco. Muling bumaba ang overall electricity rates. 4 centavos per kilowatt hour ang decrease natin ngayong buwan. Isa ito sa pinakamababang rate natin ngayong taon. Dahil to sa pagsisikap ng Meralco na mapababa ang singil sa kuryente.
at good news pa, mas madali na ang pagbabayad ng monthly Meralco bills. Dati, kailangan pang gumamit ng reference numbers na mahaba at mabago-bago buwan-buwan. At kapag nag-expire, kailangan mag-request ng kapalit.
Now you can say goodbye to your ATM and Meralco reference numbers. Customer account number o CAN na lang ang tatandaan. Maikli, walang expiry, at pwede sa lahat ng payment partners.
Ang dali! Simula pa lang ito ng mga pagbabago mula sa Meralco.
Isang maliwanag na Pasko sa inyong lahat.
Click, click, that's it. Never thought self-service can be this slick. Modify plans in a snap, walang hirap. It's a wrap, just tap the app. Now you can check, view, subscribe, renew. Help and support for you. Out with the Ring Ring apps are the in thing. You know what to do. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Self-service and easy to use. Mas okay tayo dyan. Globe at home and Globe One, all in the Globe app na yan. Instant response, no hold time pa, wala nang hintayan. Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan. Download the Globe One and Globe at Home apps from Google Play Store and Apple App Store now. Download Globe at Home and Globe One app, all in the Globe app na yan.
Good morning, sir. How may I help you?
Bakit kailangan ko pang pumunta sa bangko?
Oo nga naman, sir. Ba't kailangan pang pumunta sa bangko?
Why not get a UB app so you can do all these without going to the bank? Bank the way you live. Union Bank.
Ang Philippine Offshore Gaming Operators o POGO ay isang legitimate business entity na nagbibigay serbisyo sa offshore gaming para lamang sa mga manlalarong nasa abroad sa pamamagitan ng internet. Ang mga serbisyong handog nito ay katulad ng casino games at sports betting na pwedeng laruin kahit wala sa casino. Sa Pilipinas, walang POGO operators. Tanging POGO service providers lamang dahil nagaganap ang mga laro sa labas ng bansa.